Well, it's pouring rain out today, so I figured I would do a video on the installation of my 3D printed Nerf whistles, EDF whistles, whatever you really want to call them. They're kind of based off the Nerf style whistle. Bear with me, all I've got is a cell phone, so we'll see what we can get done. Well, here we have my L39. As you can see, I've taken the EDF cover off. It's going to be, of course, your first step. Noticed earlier that I had a little bit of moisture in there, so I'm trying to figure out a way to stop from sucking dew up off the ground since I fly on grass, but that's a whole other project. First thing you're going to want to do is remove this. Try to figure out exactly where you want to put your whistle. Fortunately, on the L39, the cover itself is the best place, and probably most of your jets you're going to be looking at putting it in the cover. There's more material there to work with. So you want to take your whistle, let's see if I can get this where y'all can see, and just basically check and make sure it's going to fit wherever you want to install it. If it's too long, I've left the tops off, or bottoms, or whatever you'd want to call them, so that you can cut it shorter and make it fit your application. Once you know where you're going to put it, you want to go ahead and glue this bottom onto the bottom of the whistle. Really doesn't matter what you glue this on with. I'm going to use some CA glue. This is a medium thickness CA. Doesn't have to be foam safe, just because, of course, this isn't on the foam right now. You want to make sure it's completely sealed. So I got a good thick amount on there. Of course, set the top on it. Might help to put it on a little bit of wax paper, and then just to speed things up, I've hit it with some kicker. You can use just about any type of glue you want as long as that's glued on and sealed. CA is probably one of the better. Hot melt glue will work. Just about anything. Hole, I have gone ahead and gotten a 1/2 inch piece of copper. On the ends, I don't know if you can see it very well, I've taken a hacksaw and just made some cross cuts on it, and then sanded that piece of pipe down so that it's kind of sharp on the ends. It's not super sharp, but it's sharp enough that it's going to cut your foam. You then want to mark on there the depth of your whistle, and then use this to drill the whistle into where you've decided you wanted to put it. All you do with this is twist it down through. I've actually pre-drilled this to my mark, but you'll just use a twisting motion to get the hole drilled out of it. And then you take a screwdriver, a piece of fine wire, and you just pluck away at this until you've got all of it out. I can't do this with one hand, but you get the picture anyways. So I've plucked this out, as you can see, and it's not a super snug fit. You're definitely going to need to glue it in, but for the beginning you want to just go ahead and fit it in. And what you'll do is then put your EDF cover on and run your EDF up, and just make sure that you are getting a whistle. The whistle part of it needs to face forwards towards the EDF, so the rounded part would be towards your fan. After some testing, I found that this is the best spot all the way in, and facing in this position. So I then just make a mark, kind of a little bit of a reference mark. That way when I pull this out, I'll know which direction it actually should go back in for the best sound. So after this, just go ahead and pull it out. Add a little bit of glue to your whistle. And reinstall. Y'all get the idea of this anyways. Sorry about the poor video quality on this. Couldn't get the wife to give me a hand for the stupid RC stuff, as she calls it. Hopefully you can hear this. I just wanted to let you hear what the whistles end up doing to your jet. It's mainly during taxi that you're going to hear it. Once you get up to higher RPMs, it pitches too high for anyone to hear. So you can hear that whistle. Those are actually the Nerf whistles. And as pitch goes up, it goes higher, higher.